What's up, people? So today's video is a question I will pose. Whatever happened to propriety and decorum with regard to the corporate dress code, the way people dress in the workplace? And this will be particularly regarding women and how they dress. Little background on myself. I have almost 30 years in the workforce, but really 26 as an adult. So now I just kind of revealed my age, or an approximation of my age. When I first started working, until I was probably about 30, there were certain expectations that had to be met, and very stringent rules and expectations with regard to how you presented yourself, not only in terms of your comportment, the way you act and conduct yourself, but the way you present physically, your grooming and your style of attire. Now, over the past, I'd say 10 to 15 years, things have really degenerated with regard to that. And you have, I don't know, it's almost downright disrespectful the way some of the people, particularly women, dress in the workplace. Shit that would never fly 15 years ago, like women wearing flip-flops. Look, the only people that could dress down like that, there was always casual Fridays, but even casual Fridays weren't that casual. Okay, casual Fridays might mean in a corporate environment that you didn't wear your blazer that day. Instead of wearing Oxfords or Derbies, you wore boat shoes or something. You wore Dockers. You didn't wear a tie, maybe that was your look. You wore a collared shirt without a tie and some chinos and some casual shoes. That was dress casual. Now it's completely fucking out of control. I understand women's feet hurt, and I also have some skippies that I have when nobody could see my feet, when they're under my desk. If I'm wearing a pair of Oxfords that are, very tight, straight-laced, maybe Italian, they're a little snug, and I want my feet to breathe, I may switch out of those into some skippies. However, if I walk around my building or I go out to lunch or something like that, I'll put on the Oxfords. It's just a more appropriate corporate look. And even though I'm talking about corporate attire, I am not a captain of industry. What I do is pretty much a working class vocation. It's like working class white collar though. But since I was about 23 years old, I've always dressed like a damn CEO. And I'm not a dandy or a style maven, but the things that I see now in the corporate environment are, like I said, is like disrespectful. So you got women wearing flip-flops walking all around the damn building. Women wearing sneakers, and not just sneakers. Like I have a pair of skippies, but they're black leather, and unless you really look at them, you can't tell that they're not shoes. They look like they could be casual shoes. But women are like wearing like outlandish, patent leather gold sneakers and fucking day glow colors and all this shit. And you're working in an office building, or you're working in a hotel. And the hotels are usually, that's one good thing about the hotels. They're so uptight that they won't let that fly. However, occasionally you still see front desk agents that are given some latitude because they're on their feet a lot, but not with anything outlandish like that. It'd have to be something that could pass as a shoe or something that's not crazy. But the real meat of this video that I want to get to, it's not just the footwear. It is just the outrageous shit that these women are wearing, like, to the workplace. Like, I have coworkers that, they're wearing halter tops and like short leather mini skirts, and that. Then I had one coworker, nice enough girl, but wearing very, very lascivious clothing, talking, very, very tight, I guess, cotton form-fitting mini skirts with, wearing like a tank top for the beach, like a low-cut tank top. I mean, we're not even talking about, now it's gone totally beyond, we're going to show a little cleavage. Maybe I'm going to wear like, a saffron silk blouse or something, and you'll undo two of the buttons and show a little cleavage. These women are way fucking beyond that. That was like the 80s and the 90s that they did that. Now it's just crazy. Like, I have the one girl that used to work with me where she wore that tank top, which was like low cut on the sides, no bra, with the tits just hanging out of the side. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm a titty, And, this shit flies. Nobody says anything about it. And, of course, she was doing that, but you also had, sneakers and, a wide array of just shit that's not appropriate for conducting business. Now, there are some exceptions with regard to dress code. There are some exceptions. A lot of times people in creative get a break, understandably. A lot of times they burn the midnight oil, coming up with ideas, doing storyboards, drawing art, stuff like that. So they give them a little break in terms of their attire. But if you're a accountant, a lawyer, some type of client service manager, a receptionist, this is not appropriate garb to be wearing. You should definitely check yourself, because it's not attractive. It's not cool. You want to look cute. You got after 5 p.m. You go home, take a shower. You go to the club and you wear that shit, because a lot of them, quite frankly, a lot of them that I'm seeing in the workplace now, they're really revolting. They really look like they're ready to suck a cock in a dive bar bathroom or something. So the reason I don't like this, I'm a man, so I'm attracted to what I see, but only for a split second. Because what happens is, I think of how lascivious and disgusting and the lack of self-respect that a woman like this, would have for herself. And, it's only if I'm watching like porn or something like that, where I want to see something like that. Then I already got my dick in my hand or whatever, and it's time to go to town. But as far as, seeing this shit in the workplace, because the other thing too is, now we're in the era of Me Too, so the same women that would wear this outlandish shit in the workplace, if you comment on it, or you approach them in a way that they don't feel comfortable, which, really, I'm not, again, I'm not one of these guys that's doing giving causation for sexual assault or anything like that, with regard to the way these women dress. Obviously, they should be free of assault and rape and all that stuff, but you definitely are asking for attention when you dress this way. And there's going to be a consequence to dressing lasciviously. You're going to receive commentary. You're going to receive attention from parties that you may be interested in, and also that you may not. So that kind of stresses me out, because basically they're troublemakers in the workplace. When they dress like that, they're not dressing like that because they they want to be productive or they want to contribute to what the company's doing. They're doing it to be troublemakers. And that's almost invariably, that's always what happens. In fact, the girl I was talking about who was showing the side boob all the time and was wearing all that crazy shit, she got one guy fired and got another guy in trouble because of her lasciviousness. So, that's it on that topic. I think you should dress more appropriately in the workplace. And when you're in a nightclub, you dress like a whore. That's fine. Not when you're working in a corporate environment.